Hi, everyone. It's Susan Winter here. I'm continuing to answer your video requests. And this has to do with what I feel is, I think it's really important to talk about the honeymoon breakups. This is the arc of the dream being created. And while most people don't honor them and they're like, oh, you only dated for a couple of months. Why are you so upset? I think it's really upsetting because you don't know the whole person. You know the great salesmanship that they give you in the beginning, their charisma and their charm. So let me move on to Joe's question. And Joe had a honeymoon breakup, and this guy's still on the pedestal. So, Joe, thanks for writing me. And she says, Dear Susan, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I dated a man for 2 months. It was over because I wanted more, which he said he could not give me due to being in a very busy phase. He offered friendship, but I cut the contact to protect myself. Good girl. 2 months later, I still have him stuck on the pedestal. Should I accept friendship to be able to observe him and see him for what he is and move on? How do I do this? Okay, so Joe, uh, first of all, you're not going to be a friend with this man. That is an absolute, that's kind of like standard protocol. When somebody says they don't have time and they're in a busy phase, they just mean that and I'm sorry because I have to be cruel to be kind, but they're telling you that, whatever it was, it wasn't enough for me. It wasn't what I was looking for, whatever it is, I don't buy that as a line. And you cannot have this person on a pedestal because they didn't see you. We put people on a pedestal when we value them as something that is of value. So you have falsely put him on a pedestal. Perhaps he has a great job. Maybe he's good looking. Maybe he has a way with women. Maybe he's the kind of guy that every woman wants. But you need to also judge character. And if that person does not see you as a valuable person yourself and wants to put you in the grind of a 2 month relationship and then tell you, oh, just can't do it. What they were really doing was a test drive. And this is not like you are inadequate in any way. They may have this 2 to 3 month cycle with every female that they date that they're just leasing until the lady breaks down on them. Like finally she says, I can't do this anymore. They go, oh, sorry, I really can't do this. I'm busy. My question is, did he promise a relationship in the beginning? How did you end up in a situationship? Were you intentional when you first met him and say, hey, look, maybe you're dating casually. I don't know. I just need you to know that I date intentionally because I am really looking for a relationship. I know you don't know now. I'm just telling you that's where I stand. And you could hardball. That way, he has to be really in bad form to have heard that, test drive you, and they go, yeah, I'm just too busy right now. He would have to, as a good guy, say, this is really hard for me. I like you. I'm attracted to you. I'd like to get to know you better. But in all honesty, I probably don't have time for the kind of relationship you want. I'm really focused on my work right now, but I'm going to have to walk away from this. That's what he should have done. But instead, he broke your heart. So, congratulations that you only did 2 months. Congratulations that you moved to no contact. But to answer your last question, getting to know him a little bit better as a friend, is that going to change anything? Is it going to make you a viable new partner in his eyes? No. Is it going to help to take him off the pedestal? No. It will inspire your hope and your yearning, and it will reactivate, it'll trigger that dream that you had when you met him. So I want you to write out, well, breakup triage would be great for you because it's part of the instructions in that. But I want you to write out what you think he is that creates such a value that you really think you suffered a loss. There's one thing we know is he's not relationship ready, and he's not relationship ready with you. So what is it that puts him on the pedestal? Figure it out and put it on paper till you can see it. And the funny thing is, when you put it on paper and it's just something like, great job, looks good, tall, something, has a golden retriever. That's what you fell in love with? That's not the person. If you tell me he's the most incredible human being you've ever met, he's loving, he's compassionate, he's kind, he's thoughtful, he wouldn't have done this in 2 months. He would have been intentional as well. So write down what you think he is, and then look at him again according to the actions and what you know of him. This is the way we take the person off the pedestal. We tear them off of the lead role of the character in our dream, in our scenario. We just peel them away because we had a role for a leading actor to be our leading man or leading lady, and we wanted to script them with certain behavior and script them with certain lines, but they went and did their own thing. Darn it. They look at what they did. They didn't want to be a partner. So then they do not fit the job requirement. You're looking for a partner. You don't want to be in a situationship. He failed the job requirement. That's already kind of like doesn't make him worthy to be on a pedestal. So think it through, do the work. If you need a consultation with me, please go to the consultation page of susanwinter.net. Happy to work with you. We get through this in a matter of minutes. We can clear this up and I can set you in the right position. So everybody listening to this, if you have a question for me, go to the contact page of susanwinter.net. At the bottom of the page underneath my agent, underneath Lauren, you're going to find Q&A video request. Send it in there and maybe I'll read it and put it into a video. Thank you, everyone.